winter months, we all crave a little something warm and cozy, and our next guest has just what we need to warm our bellies. He is here to make us his Hibiscus Braised Short Ribs. Oh my gosh, they're so delicious. I wish you guys could smell this. Please welcome the chef of Legoland Resorts, Michael Lina.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Wow. It smells amazing in here. Woo! Also joining Cam at the counter from Legoland Resorts as well, Jack Gonzales. Welcome back.
Jake.
Good to see
Yeah,
you.
good to see you.
And Larissa, she's not from Legoland Resorts.
No.
But maybe soon.
I had to fight to sit here for this.
That's right. We're all lining up. Jake, before we dive into this beautiful meal here, I want to say to you that my family and I, we've stayed at your resorts. We love them, and we understand there's actually 2 new hotels to look forward to.
2 new hotels. So Legoland Resorts is a multi-day destination, and new spring of 2020 at Legoland Florida Resort is Pirate Island Hotel, where a family's traditional vacation will transform into a non-stop pirate adventure. Wow. And at Legoland California Resort, we have the North America's first Legoland Castle Hotel.
Yes.
Which, where kids can become kings, queens, and knights.
Oh, man.
Wow. It's the best.
But plus, we have a 3rd Legoland Park opening up summer of 2020, Legoland, New York.
I mean, it just keeps getting better and better.
I'm so excited.
I know. I'm telling you.
I want to be a queen in the castle.
This
Tell you
place,
what, we have to eat this and then book our tickets immediately.
Do it.
All right, chef. So back to these beautiful hibiscus spice rubbed short ribs. It starts with the spice rub.
Of course.
And there's a lot of stuff in the spice rub, not just hibiscus. Tell us about it.
So we have a combination of about 16 spices to go on the short ribs, but the highlight of it is our dried hibiscus, brown sugar. We have our Italian seasoning as well. We have dried guajillo and some cayenne pepper on there as well.
What is guajillo?
So, guajillo is a indigenous to Latin cuisine, Mexico. So it's a dried chili that we roast, and then we grind that into a powder. Yeah. So
it smells beautiful.
Wait till you taste it.
I can't wait. Oh my gosh, you're making me jealous.
So all that spice is blending with the floral scent and flavor of the hibiscus. That's what makes the dish.
And then you rub the beautiful rub all over the short ribs, and you have to let them sit for a minute. How long would you let these rest?
So we let it rest or cure for about 12 hours typically. But since our spices are so strong, we can let it sit for about an hour in the fridge.
Okay.
And then after that, we sear it on all sides for about 3 minutes. 3 minutes on each side.
That's how you get that beautiful caramelization.
Yes. Wow. Of course.
All right, so you pull them out of the refrigerator, you sear them on very high heat, I imagine, to get that nice crust on there, and then we braise in this beautiful liquid. That's why it's so fall off the bone, as you guys can see. So what is this liquid we're braising it in?
Our braising liquid, it's perfect for the season, right? We have gatherings and family reunions. So what we have here, we have port wine, we have brandy, and some red wine as well, mixed with our root vegetables, which are fennel, carrots, and some onions.
Ooh.
Yeah, and so
that's a beautiful base for any sort of soup. That sounds delicious.
She's just like, ooh.
So we let that simmer, and then we put our short ribs in there.
Let's do it.
Wow.
And how long would these braise? Because I know the whole point of braising is low and slow, right?
So this short rib, again, depending on the size of the short ribs, it would take about 2.5 to 3 hours to braise.
Okay.
That is a long time.
And at what temperature?
At 385 degrees.
Wow.
Now, could you do it on the stovetop as opposed to putting it in the oven?
We could do it on the stovetop. It's just going to take a little longer because of the circulation of heat that,
Sure, of course.
that goes around it.
Now, when you said you put the fennel in there and the carrots and the onions, you put them in whole?
We rough chop them. They break down during the cooking process.
Okay.
But we could actually even strain that out and serve it on the plate if we wanted to.
Oh, sure.
So,
beautiful.
Of course.
All right, so we pop that in the oven, and we'll pull the other one out that has been in there now for about 3.5 hours.
It is
ma'am.
amazing, guys.
Oh, my gosh. It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
well done.
There are so many flavors in every bite.
Right here.
And you also serve it over this polenta. How did you make the polenta?
So we have a polenta cake, which is simmered in milk with some rosemary and some Asiago cheese
Oh, nice.
to get that creaminess from there.
Delicious.
And I love the crunchiness too. I love that.
That little crust on it. It's
Yes.
absolutely perfect. And I know I'm looking at Jake enjoying this. I'm thinking to myself, you get to enjoy this all the time. I mean, this is at Legoland Resorts all the time. And I got to get back to there for a second, talking about the resorts, because there's some new attractions that you want to share with everybody. What can we look forward to?
So Legoland Parks has more than 50 rides, shows, and attractions. And the newest land that is opening up is Lego Movie World. Recently opened up at Legoland Florida Resort.
Whoa.
Wow.
And we're excited to be at Legoland California Resort. It'll be opening up in spring of 2020. Also a popular area is Ninjago World, where kids can be ninjas, throw out those karate chops and have some fun on the ride. And then kids can go and enjoy and splash about at Legoland Water Park, which
how
is incredible.
It really is, especially on those hot
As a
summer
kid,
days.
the water parks are where it's at. I mean, all the parks, but I loved those when I was little. Look how
too.
cool it looks.
You can take a little break and refresh in the water park while you're enjoying everything Legoland, that is for sure. I know you're doing some finishing touches there.
Literally over here, my mouth is watering.
You're like, Michael, hurry up.
Beautiful glaze that goes on top of this. What is that?
So this glaze is the braising liquid that the short rib was cooked in. We strain it out, reduce it, finish it up with a little bit of butter for some nice sheen on there.
Absolutely
Oh my gosh, the holidays
stunning.
at your home, chef, must be amazing.
Deb, have a little taste.
Well, I'm gonna have a taste, but I almost want to eat dessert before I actually eat the real meal.
well.
You brought us dessert. These
So-
little cookies you serve at the resorts as well.
Of course, we have some decorated sugar frosted cookies on the park that every kid or parent or grandparents that can grab on the go while going on rides or waiting for rides and just hanging out at the hotels as well.
They're so good too, by the way. Okay, I'm digging in.
Delicious. You can pass those cookies
this
around when you
plate
get
is finished with our gremolata. It has spiced sunflower seeds, some lemon zest, and parsley to finish it up.
I'm sorry, were you talking?
We just appreciate
That's a big
the
compliment.
healthy size of Debbie's bites. It's amazing. She wants to get the most out of it.
Oh my
This is delicious, absolutely genius, and we love Legoland Resorts as well, of course. Now, for the full recipe, go to hallmarkchannel.com and be sure to plan your next adventure at one of the Legoland Resorts this holiday season by visiting legoland.com.